Let's talk about how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. So when you're dividing a polynomial by one term, you just have to divide each term in the polynomial by the monomial and then simplify. So I have three examples. I have intentionally given you these three examples because they're all written slightly different than each other, but they can all be simplified the same way. So no matter if you're given the fraction bar, if you're given the divided by sign, or if you're given a -1 as the exponent, they all mean that you have to divide by that one term. So you'd want to rewrite it as each term in your polynomial divided by that one term. So I've rewritten each one of your examples. So you might want to pause and write that part down. And then we're going to simplify. If you want to try to simplify it first and then push play, that would be great too. But I'm going to go through and simplify each one now. So I've rewritten this example over here, and now I can easily see what's going to reduce. So the 2 doesn't have a number to reduce with, so I would bring that down. The m would cancel out, and n would take away one of the ones in the numerator. So I would get 2n squared from the first term. Here in the middle, it's going to be positive 4. This m would take away one of the ones in the numerator, so I have m. There's still an n in the bottom. So you can put 4m over n or just 4 out front beside the m over n. Minus 9, the m would cancel one of these out, so you're left with 2, and n would cancel 1 out, so you have m squared n left over. And that would be your solution, or I shouldn't say solution, I should say that's your simplified form, because we're not solving anything. But that is the answer. All right, number 2, let me switch colors. I've rewritten this example. Again, rewrite it so you have each term divided by that one term. And then you can simplify each one with marking out things, and you won't worry about having to see it again. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. R goes away. And S, you have a 3 minus 1 would be S squared. So that's simplified. Here you have plus 9. Whoops, nope. 9 divided by 3 would be 3. You have R, which would take 1 away, so you still have an R in the numerator. And S would take 1 away, so you still have 1 left in the numerator. Minus 15 divided by 3, so minus 5. R would take 1 away, and S would go away. So just 5R is left over. And then you would have your fully simplified form. If for some reason those end up being like terms, you could add them together, but usually you won't see that happen. Or you could have added something in the original problem. On the last example, I've rewritten it again so it's easy to see. And we just simplify. So 28 divided by 14 would be 2. K would take away one of the ones in your numerator, so you still have 2. And P would go away. Minus 42 over 14, so that divides to be minus 3. K would cancel out, and P would take away one of the ones in the numerator. Then 56 divided by 14 would be 4. K would cancel out, and P would take away one of the ones in your numerator, so you'd be left with P squared. So then you have your simplified form of that one. And you just double check that nothing you have right there could be